Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Liverpool has sent scouts to watch the Brazilian sensation. Liverpool reportedly sent scouts to watch the progress of Flamengo's high-scoring midfielder João Gomes. Recently, we have conveyed to you that the Reds have an interest in the actor. Reliable journalist Fabrizio Romano said that in addition to this interest, scouts were assigned to watch him. Liverpool followed Gomes with their scouts as many other top European clubs have done. There is nothing else in this story at the moment, no official offers or negotiations yet. I think he is a very good player, but he needs some steps before he is ready to Liverpool level, said. The update comes amid reports that the Reds are preparing a potential bid to sign the Brazilian star as early as the January transfer window. The Merseysiders have made the midfield department a priority and seem to have to. With Thiago Alcantara back in the squad and starting to enjoy some much-needed rest after being neglected from the Spain national team before the international break, the recruiting team can be expected to be on hold for a new addition to the middle of the park by the summer. Let's not forget that Arthur Melo also joined the team on the last day of the transfer. Let's add that this international break can be a good period for other cripples and some names may return to the squad. However, Julian and his team are already chasing names that are more future-oriented, with potential and can increase their value, rather than an instant transfer. For this reason, it would not surprise anyone that the Reds made an offer after the positive reports from the Lfc'S. But as Romano said, as soon as Gomes arrives, he may not be at the level to start in the starting 11. Therefore, Liverpool may delay hiring him or hiring his services. These are among the options, but what is certain is Liverpool's interest in him. Do you think João Gomes is a suitable name for Liverpool? Liverpool found their new Jota. Diogo Jota has positioned himself very well for Liverpool and now every fan is his supporter. While most of us thought there was one of him, his namesake is now fast on the rise and has been paired with Ousmane Dembele in the early Champions League stages. João Pedro Neves Felipe, known only by Jota, is not a true namesake. For that matter, the Liverpool striker's name is actually Diogo José Teixeira da Silva. Jota is a nickname, it just translates to the J. But whatever you want to call him, it's clear that the other Jota could be a player to consider. Not only did he tie Barcelona's Dembele for the most shooting action in the first 2 game weeks of the Champions League, he did so while playing for a relative minnow. Celtic did justice to Real Madrid. It took the best part of an hour for the European champions to take back the Celtic Park resistance and the hosts created opportunities for themselves as well. Had an early opportunity from Callum McGregor been placed a few inches away, the story of the match could have been very different. At the center of the admirable positive performance was Jota. In reality, the Portuguese left winger has been at the center of everything Celtic have done this season. It has become a key player under Ange Postecoglou. He had another good performance against Shakhtar Donetsk, where Celtic drew. While Jota isn't on the leaderboard, he once again played the vast majority of the competition and nearly found the back of the net. An opportunity in particular would certainly increase Liverpool's interest. Jota regained the ball on the edge of the Shakhtar box, before he went beyond 3 difficulties and fired a shot. Only a determined block rejected him. He also forced a good save in an effort to curl out of the box and once again passed multiple unfortunate defenders. Note that the statistic that Jota runs the Champions League alongside Dembele is about creating opportunities for others, not carving them for himself. In short, it is a massive multi-pronged attack threat. This definition of being a handful is equally applicable to Jota. This is a particularly useful feature for systems used by Jürgen Klopp and Postecoglou respectively. And at just 23, who currently runs his trade north of the border, it could turn out to be an interesting proposition for Liverpool. This performance, valued at just £6.75 million by Transfermarkt, is sure to increase if their performance continues at the same level. While his Champions League efforts have yet to translate into goal attendance, he has had 4 goals and 4 assists in just 6 league games so far this season. This comes with a pretty significant disclaimer about Celtic's domestic dominance, but it's still an impressive throwback. Most likely, if Jota is to find her way to Liverpool, it will be through the club sometime. Virgil van Dijk had to transfer from Celtic to Southampton before signing at Anfield, and this extra step in his development has certainly served him well. Likewise, Andy Robertson took a positive Premier League step between Scottish senior flying days and playing under Klopp. But Jota is entering a prime era when FSG tends to act for promising attackers. While Scottish football isn't the most reliable indicator of how a player will perform in the Premier League, Liverpool should at least make it to the Champions League. The young forward's pace with the likes of Dembele is impressive and may be enough to convince Anfield officials to take a step forward on the standard transfer path. Arthur Melo signal to Jürgen Klopp. Arthur Melo has finally made his debut for a Liverpool team, and by doing so he has given Jürgen Klopp a clue. The Brazilian has only been on the bench since arriving at Anfield on a season loan from Juventus. Boss Klopp has already made it clear that the midfielder is not yet at the starting level after his transfer to the Reds. But Arthur took a big step forward to appear in the Premier League on Saturday. He was featured in Liverpool's under-21 team for their trip to Leicester in Premier League 2, and Jake Kane was part of the midfield trio alongside Stefan Bajcetic. What will please Klopp most is that Arthur stays in the game for 90 minutes and helps the Reds 3 points. The Reds also managed to hold the ball against the Foxes and secured 57% of the ball. Arthur's performance is also a clear sign that he fits well into Liverpool's system. Despite staying on the bench for now, he still gave a performance that showed he was in line with Klopp's playing style. And head coach Barry Luters hailed Arthur as an outstanding player who could set an example for his younger group. This leadership is another trait that could convince Klopp to bring Arthur into the team. Obviously that's what this group can do sometimes. We talk a lot about it, we're in the same building, working together on how we want to play. It gives players an opportunity to come and play for a few minutes if they need a minute to play the way we play. So, it was really good, said Luters. They are top professionals. Not only in terms of our performance, our young lads also contribute to our group to see what the elite is like. It works either way. We can give them a few minutes, but they can show us their professionalism and why they are where they are, he said. Based on Klopp's comments about Arthur's arrival, it probably won't be long before he kicks off for the senior team. The upcoming international break will be the perfect time for Arthur to raise his fitness levels, and it means more competition on the struggling roster. Klopp said, Arthur just needs football now, and especially practice. He hasn't been in team practice at Juve for a while, so he needs proper team training. That's what we do with him. Can he play minutes? Yes. Should he play a full game? No, because he has to get used to the intensity in every competition. Arthur Melo was really below team level when he came in, and Klopp wants to use him properly. Of course, when a new signing arrives we want to see him immediately, but this time it is better to wait. Melo is slow, he will be in the slow game, and he will be 100% in a short time. Melo can give rhythm to the game, he is a good passer, he has speed with the ball, and he can hold the ball. These qualities can make him one of the starting names in the middle of the park. But still needs time.